Hello everybody, I am back with another video for you guys, and today I am going to be doing a special video since I still haven't gotten a response from DE about my missing Caliban Prime Access pack. So I gotta improvise a bit. And in this video, I'm actually going to be taking a look and decide which Warframe has the biggest, butt. Now, before I go over the obvious picks, I'm going to mention a Warframe that, personally at least, falls away from this list, and I'm going to say that it's going to be Hildren. Now, why is it Hildren? Well, you might say that she has a big butt, which would be true if you look at it, but the reason why she does have a big butt is because Hildren is, a big girl. She has a, 12 pack or whatever going on. She's very wide. So, going by this logic, you could also say that Rhino has a big butt because he's also wide. Now, Rhino is actually packing something else that's big, but that's a topic for maybe another video. Okay, so before I go into the actual biggest butt, I am going to give a few honorable mentions. First one going to Portia. I'm going to select her without anything on so you can actually see what's going on. It's not the biggest, but it's definitely there. You know, you can see the shape behind this turret thingy she has on her lower back. But it definitely is there if you do look hard enough. Now, another Warframe I'm going to be mentioning here is actually Citrine. I'm also going to take off her outfit. Now, her butt isn't really the biggest because she's made of this stone thingy over here and half of it is missing. But as you can see from the side, it is quite visible and also pretty big. Another point from Citrine is that she has the Citrine Obel animation, which actually shows her butt off even more. Because if you pick another animation, let's see this one, it becomes way less visible. Because in her Obel animation, she kind of pushes it out, you know. Now, as for the next Warframe, I am going to, of course, talk about Ember and her gigantic butt on her heirloom skin. Let me just go over to a empty slot and switch to it real quick. As you see right here, it is just absolutely massive. There was a lot of talk about the heirloom skin when it first came out. And speaking of Citrine's noble animation, as you can see, it's even more visible when you equip that one. Now, when we are already talking about one heirloom skin, we can go over to the other one, which is the Volker Prime. I already have the Citrine animation on it, and as you can see, it is also quite big. Pretty much the same as Ember, so to say, since, the skin is probably inspired by Ember. Most likely, since it's also this glowing thing. It's even so big that it's going past the cape she has. And this skin also looks very nice when you don't talk about the butt. But I'm pretty sure it's the main thing they were going for. Anyway, the next one I have in my honorable mentions is actually Garuda. Now, if I just go over here where I don't have anything on, as you can see, she actually does have quite a nice butt, which is a Citrine's animation. You cannot see too much because of this whole cape thing she has going on. Let me just remove this animation because the cape actually blocks a lot. But she has very thick legs, and that also gives her room for a big butt. Now, before we go on to the winner, I guess, of this little contest, I'm going to have to talk about my main girl, Wisp, right here. I sadly don't have the normal Wisp anymore, but the butt sizes between the Prime and the normal ones do not differ too much. When we go over here, let me just remove the shroud so you can see more. The Prime's version, but isn't exactly the biggest. The big one is actually on her Dex / normal skin, since the Dex is pretty much just a retexture thingy. But as you can see, it is quite big, even bigger with her agile animation where she just, it's over, I guess. And you know, the citrine animation also pushes it out quite a lot. Now, you might ask yourself, Wisp, what are you talking about? This is clearly the biggest spot in Warframe, at least right now. Maybe until Wisp's Proto-Frame skin, which I am waiting for, comes out. And well, my answer to that is that you are wrong. As much as I would wish for my girl Wisp to have the biggest spot, hell, she even has a thigh gap, it is actually not her, surprisingly. The real winner is actually a skin for a Warframe. And the base Warframe has a 0 butt. That's what I'm going to say. But the skin... oh boy. That's just something completely different. And that is... Nova. AKA the Kaya skin. Now if we just... before, we turn this fine lady around.
Listen. I can call
Yes,
it the ship
yes,
that
I
makes
understand,
stars
I
go
understand.
boom.
If we go into the either regular or the Prime Nova skin, you see that she doesn't have that much going on, alright? It's not that she's, not big. There's surely something there, but if you take the non-animation, just flat. Okay, no hate against Nova. She's a really good Warframe, but there just isn't much to see. But god damn, did they cook on the skin. Because if you actually take the Nova Kaya skin, god damn, I don't know why they gave her this amount of cake. Even though, if you take a look at the lore of Kaya, it's actually quite sad to even talk about this topic. It's kind of crazy. Maybe if I can switch to this animation. I mean, she has a thigh gap even. Gigantic thighs, very wide butt with a lot of shape. Looks like a heart if you look at it from this angle. It's really sad that you cannot date her. The 1999 dating thing. Now the good thing is that Wisp's Proto-Frame skin is going to be dateable. But we're gonna have to see how that one turns out. Now, as I said already, we shouldn't really talk about Kaya's butt, since the story is a little bit problematic with like sexual stuff. But they should have made her date. Like, come on, if she has this amount of cake. God damn. Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy. You might hate me for saying this. This might be a little bit controversial. For saying this about Kaya. But like, god damn, bro. Like, she's packing like a lot of heat, You know what I'm saying? And that's already going to be it for my video. I actually would have posted the I would have posted the Caliban video, but I still haven't gotten a response from the support team, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna answer soon. I hope at least. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know why I posted this. And before I end the video, I'm going to say, if you do have a different opinion on this one, do leave a comment and I will actually look into it. And we could possibly even have a debate about it. It's a pretty big topic in this game, butts and stuff. So yeah. I hope you guys have a great day and night, wherever you are. And I'm going to see you guys next time on most likely a little bit more normal video.